Okay, let's see if we can stay live this time. Yep, with a mic. Yep. And I have the stuff, and we're just gotta get on the gas and get up there. All right. Where did I leave up there? Right there. I left off right there. Okay, so going out 4 times more. 1, 2, 3. So anyone gonna go see any good movies this weekend or anything? This one should be interesting. Can I just hit that from down here? Yes. Pathfinder. Don't know it. 1. Got it. Is that a game or is that an expansion for a game? 2. Both? How can it be both? Okay. I suppose that's one way. Yeah, I can't see that one. This is the part where I'm going to have to get off the gas. And the gas is going to fly all the way out to nowhere, somewhere I don't want it to be. Let's see if I can just do... Can I do it from here? Got it. One. Do it again. Try it from this spot this time. Two. Nope, 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 nope. 3. Now it's 3. 4. Okay. Getting there. Okay, next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Yep. One. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. It was like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I think they just meet. One. It's like 6. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Oh, hi. Hi, go, Brody. What? All right. What's off? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That attaches down. Okay, let's go count individual stairs to find which one I freaking screwed up. What I do, what I freaking do wrong. So dead center. Dead center is right here. Dead center is 2,03826. We need to go positive 50. $3,826 plus 50 is 3,876. Starting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. No, just freaking count the whole thing out here. Okay. Just put 50 in my bar and freaking do it. Correct. Gotta go nap anyway. You know, in Vintage Story, I carry a bed. I think I'd be carrying a bed in this. That'd make way too much freaking sense. I think that was wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. That's correct. Okay. So which one of these ones did I do wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's correct. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5. Then 3, 3, 2. No, 3. Just do 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then it's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 5 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twos. Okay, after the 5 twos. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1. Wait. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 2 twos. This should be out one. Let's see what I did wrong. Can't ever frickin' do it right the first time. Nope, I gotta this. Just one time on a big project like that, it would be really nice if I could just do it right once. Just do it right the first frickin' time instead of having to do it 3 times. Break it apart and build it again thrice. One time. All right. Let's do it again. All right, so. Then it goes 1, 2, right here. This is where I screwed it up. Okay, that should be here. That's it. That's all I did wrong. I think. There. That's correct. No, it's right. Okay, except for that spot right there. Yeah, that's a... Hey. Okay. One. 1, 1, 2. And they're just gonna meet. So let's just go ahead and put one here so that it gets easier. Yeah, 26th. And it can go into a current world. And it shouldn't mess it up. You can't go backwards, but you can go forwards with Cobblemon into your world. Okay, come on. There. What's the... Wait, hold on. Oh. That's as you go, Brody. Okay. So, it took me a minute to figure out what was meant by what's the worst feeling. One, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. There. Then they meet. There. One more. One. One. 2. can't even imagine how much of a pain this would have been before the happy gas either. Well, I can actually imagine it. I would probably be falling a really lot and going back down to pick up all the blocks that I had to break to redo this, or I'd have to completely block up the area below it with mossy, just so I didn't keep falling over and over again. Gave me something to place all the blocks on. Happy Ghast is actually a very large game changer to the vanilla version of the game. Ah! Looking good! We need to rest again. Do I need to rest? Would I still think that the speed wasn't hacked? I'd prefer the speed wasn't hacked. I think they move too quickly. Oh wait, we want that there. No, never mind. I don't know if that's a mod or if it's just turned up on the server, like the mine carts. I honestly don't know. I think they wouldn't be as convenient for transport if they weren't as fast, but I don't think they should be for transport. Yeah, but I am evidently in the minority on that. On this server. And that's the thing about a server. You kind of need to compromise with something like this. You either are going to play a straight vanilla or you're going to have compromises. If you're playing straight vanilla, and there's going to be people who won't play because of that. Straight vanilla has its own sets of problems. So after you stop doing straight vanilla, you just need to compromise on stuff. And, well, I'd rather have the compromise that we currently have. It's not so bad to me that it's game breaking. Alright, moss. I wanted more moss. I kind of use all my moss to measure. Alright. Go downstairs and grab some, I guess. Yeah, let's go, just go downstairs and grab some. I just gotta make sure that I don't ruin the wrong spot. Like, over there, I think. In one of the directions, you can see the King of the Ladder. You don't want, yeah, that direction. We don't want to ruin that look, so I don't want to touch any of that. And I kind of don't want to ruin the lights up here. I like the lights. So, not lights. Everything else, though, fair game. Ow. Oh, this looks good. Yeah, get rid of this. If I had bone meal on me, which I don't, I would go ahead and just bone meal some more out of this and we'd be all set. Wow, glad I placed that light immediately to destroy it. Good job. Okay, that's a stack. I'd like more than that, please. There is a place for elytras in the game. I think that they're fun, and when you have played the game a couple of times, yeah, it's probably good to just be able to fly around and do stuff. But I also think they are overused. Yeah, it makes it so that when you're looking at stuff from the ground, it looks better to just walk around. I like walking around and seeing stuff. I like seeing builds from the ground. That said, there's a lot of people who have builds that they intend to be seen from above. I don't know, man. I've been slightly understood. You know the real reason that I don't... It's a stupid reason. You know the real reason why I don't mess with elytras? Durability annoys the crap out of me. That's probably the main reason. That's a me thing. That's just me. That's just a thing that where I don't like things constantly breaking on me to the point where I just don't want to use it if I'm gonna accidentally break it. The good thing is that they made it so elytras don't just break anymore. They made them so that they turn into a broken version of themselves and they don't go poof. So on that front, yeah, they've taken the right steps towards that. I applaud them on that. That was the right move. That was the correct decision. Good job. I like that you could put Unbreaking 3 on them. Unbreaking 3 helps out significantly. That was a great move. Good job. The fact that it doesn't have Protection 3 on it, that would be overpowered. I'm liking that. But for something that I'm using all the freaking time, I don't want to use it because I don't want it to break while I'm in the middle of the air. Because I know for a fact that I'm going to do that. If you took damage in the middle of the air, you aren't flying. No, that's not how they take damage. They use durability for distance of flight. Yeah. Oh, I am 100% certain on that one. If that's I know the pack logic has gotten faulty a lot of times, but I am I am often quite sure about something, but not 100%. And I've been no, that one I am 100% certain of. My memory is crap, yes, but I am durability decreases by 1 point each second when gliding. There you go. There is a trick you can do where you can like hold a pair of, if you have, especially effective if you have Unbreaking 3 because then it like extends its length. You can have like your chest piece in your hotbar. And every couple seconds, right-click to really fast to switch between the two, and then it cancels out the durability loss. No, that's annoying. Yeah, like I said, this is a me thing. That's me. The fact that you're shrugging, that's normal. That's what normal people would say. This is me. That's just Pack doesn't. I don't know. It annoys me. I do like protection as well. I also admit I really like wearing armor. I worry about dying to random crap. Because I die to random crap. My reaction time is not what it used to be, and my reaction time before that was not that great in the first place. So I prefer to have armor on. So that's the other reason. I don't know which one. To be honest, I really don't know which one is more important to my brain. I like wearing armor, and I don't like the fact that the durability goes down so quickly. That's it. That's why. I'll say sometimes that it's nice being able to walk around and see stuff. I mean, that's also true, but that's like 5%, maybe 10% of the reason that I actually don't wear it. Yeah, but this is a game. I understand what your opinion on that there, Ryu. I think that the game doesn't end at the boss. That might ruin something. Yeah, I can't get rid of that. That's the view from there. Okay, so that's the view from there. I don't want to destroy that, so let's just get rid of the stuff up here. This is not in view. Yeah, but that's part of the game. That's part of living in the game. Having stuff taking damage, replacing it, dying, stuff like that. So, for me, part of that is not wanting to have less protection. That's my version of the game right now. My version is that I don't want to lose the protection because I know that the game is still going. I guess that's how you can look at it. It's not a perfect way of looking at it, but it's I guess, you know. That ain't me. Where am I? Oh! Oh, that's the dropper. Alright, we probably got enough moss now. That's enough moss. flying changes the game. I don't know if it takes away that much of the game, but it definitely changes the game. And it's also gliding. I mean, the fact that you got to use rockets is kind of annoying to me too. But that's less annoying. I don't know. The rockets, it's such a weird, it feels like a glitch. It feels like a glitch that in Minecraft you have elytras, but in order to move around with the elytras, you need rockets. It's a little weird. It is a crap ton of fun. But it becomes a necessity to a lot of people. I don't... It's nighttime already. Go sleep. Yeah, that's why I like the ghasts. I like the ghasts because they're creative flight without being creative flight, and I like the idea of them not being fast because it shouldn't be fast. Elytras are good for just general travel back and forth sometimes. They're not that bad. I can see using them. I also am annoyed by them. I just don't like the durability, and yeah. I already said about two things. I already forgot the other one anyway. There are so many other mechanics in games that annoy me more than those two things. The elytras I have less of a problem with. They're okay. I leave a bunch of these somewhere, did I? Outside of that spot? No. Why does it feel like I've lost a whole lot of this? I must have put this all down somewhere. I don't know where I put down all the moss. But I bet you I put them down somewhere. I'm going to look in my my under chest stuff and find this. One of them is full of moss. You know where I might have left it? Downstairs in the tree farm to make room for getting trees. That's also a possibility. There. Got it back. Good. Annoys me the most with what? You're going to have to be a lot more specific than that. Yeah, there's stuff in Minecraft and other games that annoys me more than elytra stuff. Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I've mentioned stuff all the time, like the idea that Redstone has had so many things that that there's been so many things added to the game that could improve the copper addition to Redstone with a no addition to Redstone with copper. I think would be probably one of the higher ones. Like when I still think one of the best things that they could add to the game is covered redstone in some description, And when they were adding copper, it really teased my brain that they were adding copper, because copper is, I mean, copper is not a decorative item. I mean, it is kind of a decorative item on our IRL, but it's not mainly used for decoration IRL. Its main use is piping and wiring. The only thing that they did with it for wiring is they made it so you can make an electrical pole, which is annoying. I would have loved to have seen them just... It's the stuff that's missing. It's the fact that they focus so much on tiny animals and a new biome and stuff like that, instead of fixing some base mechanics to the game that could be so much better. Like the underwater stuff, the fact that they started making stuff possible underwater, and then they're like, nah, we're done. There's so many things that don't work underwater, and not in a way where they shouldn't work underwater. I mean, like things that don't flood, that don't become flooded, that should become flooded. Things that... simple things like a bed not being, like, you can't sleep in a bed underwater, but everything else you can do underwater, but you can't sleep. Why can't you sleep? I don't know why you can't sleep, but you can't sleep. Stuff like, little stuff like that, where it's like a half update, or where there's things that they could do to just improve the gameplay itself that I feel like it would be really beneficial. And I feel to me, it feels like at some point they just kind of stopped. I need more, we need to get into this. I guess if you're gonna go with what's the most annoying thing to me, it would be that. And that's more of a collective one. The two things that annoy me the most that are related to that are the wiring not working. It's not even just underwater wiring. I think the covered wiring underwater would be really cool, but I think that the other thing that really gets me for that is just being able to take redstone and then be able to go up a wall, you know? Like, there's so many ways to make redstone go up and down that have absolutely nothing to do with redstone. Like, you need to take walls. One of the best ways of taking a redstone signal and making it go up or down is to line 3 walls up next to each other, make that wall vertical as high as you want it to go, and put an observer at the top of it, and put a trapdoor at the bottom. Can I just have a damn wire? Really, man? Can I just have a wire? Why do beds blow up in the nether? Well, that's a design decision that I think is funny. I think that's kind of an interesting mechanic that makes the nether, like, more dangerous and makes it so that it's not a place you're supposed to live. It's supposed to be a place where you go to get resources and move on. I think that's kind of the idea of the bed blowing up thing. Although I think that they probably just initially put it in there because it's freaking funny. Well, that's funny to you, and it's not funny to me. I'm just saying what annoys me about that. I didn't say that everyone's in agreement with it. If everyone's in agreement with me for that, then they'd probably do it. You know, if it wasn't for Microsoft probably dictating that you got to work on freaking cute animals and a biome update. Oh, is that why he did it? Well, it kind of worked. I like the mechanic that it created in the end. Because it makes the nether a visit. I like that it ended up doing that. To me, that's a accidental benefit. Or accidental good design. And they did, yeah, the lodestones make it for an interesting mechanic, yeah. Now, the fact that you can't sleep at the end, well, that's a little weird. It's a similar mechanic, admitted. I don't know. But then again, the end is so nothing. I guess it kind of makes sense. It's more of a visit dimension than the Nether is. It does not feel like a place. It could be a cool place to live if they actually made it livable. But I mean, well, I should say they tease. They have been requested of for years to make an end update to make the end more interesting. And so far, they have not given any indication of updating the end outside of making the lights shinier. Like they added like an Aurora Borealis type thing there, which honestly a lot of people hate. That's been the biggest update to the end in decade. Well, not decade, in a while. There's been a few little things that they've done, but nothing huge. And with the way things are going right now, dude, they've been. I'm assuming all of you have seen the hints that happened, indicating that they're going to be working on something for the Warden. After the last Minecraft Live, they indicated a new game. Okay, they're like working on Minecraft Dungeons 2. What they showed is that in Minecraft Dungeons 2, they ended the introduction with the portal in the deep dark lit, and they've already put out a few like Easter egg things. You gotta like what do they call the things where you gotta like search through the internet to find answers to stuff. One of those interactive things. They've done that with like a code that showed up in the trailer to indicate when you follow it, you like see a new mob type that looks kind of like a tall, lanky warden. And it was making some interesting musical notes. It's obvious that they're going to do something with the warden in dungeons. That does not mean they're going to do something with the warden and the deep dark in vanilla. But it would be kind of dumb to do the one and not the other. They have done stuff in dungeons in the separate games that they did not do in the main game. There is mobs there that don't exist here. There's biomes there that don't exist here. But nothing that big. It's for the most part got parity in the base in the base whatever. Like, most of what you see there is kind of sort of something that's in the main game. This would be the first time where we would see something where it would be so obviously missing if they did not put it in the base game. And they have given indication of what's going to happen in the next update. But the one after that is traditionally the update where they would do something huge. It's like the winter update. And that's around the time that they've got a lot of indications of what's going on for the Dungeons 2 thing. So if there was going to be a time to do that update, the last update of the year would be the one to do that. And they haven't really given an indication of what that particular update is going to be. So it's the hint is that they're going to be adding that. Why did I bring that up? I don't remember. I guess just the fact that that's the type of thing that they're working on. Like they work on, and to be honest, like I said, they've been hinting at the end for so long as a update. Well, people have asked for it for so long, but the other big thing that they have been wanting to, that people have requested for such a long time, that there's two things. One is an end update, and two is a deep dark update. A deep dark update that actually puts something in the freaking deep dark to be that portal. That one they're doing. That is the first indication that there might be something coming to the end, as far as I'm concerned. The fact that they have finally been like, all right, fine. You've been asking for it long enough. We got a good idea. Fine, we'll frickin' do it. Or like they finally convinced other higher ups that, you know, could we stop working on baby mobs for a little bit and actually put some stuff in the game? By the way, when I say the baby mob thing, on the one hand, I understand that people mock that like crazy, and it is funny that one of the biggest updates that has come out recently is redoing baby mobs. The big part of this particular update is that you can make a baby chick permanent. That's the update. The update is that you can, and also they redid the models, but the big change is that you can make a baby permanently a baby. The only other big change that they made is make it so that name tags can be crafted, which kind of goes along with it. And a lot of people have mocked that. To be honest, I don't mock that. I do pick on that a little bit, but I'm more picking on it in jest. Little updates like that are not a bad thing. It's nice to have those little updates. It's just I'd like to see some bigger updates as well as the little updates, and it has felt to me like the main thing has been doing little updates that I don't care about, and they're leaning more towards a demographic that is, well, not me. But that's what modded's for. As you guys know, I mean, there's a reason that we do Cobblemon, or not Cobblemon. There's a reason we do Sunlit Valley on Sunday, and there's a reason that why I anticipate it so much. I love that version of the game. I love Sunlit, and I've said it a few times. And Kristen even talks about that. It's such a good version of the game. It's fun. It's a very fun version of the game. No way that that stuff should be in vanilla. Okay, there's some stuff in that that should be in vanilla. I was supposed to leave one there. Oh well, it's fine. We're okay. Oh, I can get rid of this. Get rid of this. I should have kept those. Get rid of this. Get rid of this, and we can go pick that up. Like, I talked recently about, they did a survey for content creators on their Discord, and they, like, asked all these questions, like, what did you think of X update and stuff like that. And I gotta be honest, most of the updates, there's nothing in the well, okay, there's some stuff in some of the updates that I'm like, oh, frick. But for the most part, I have liked what they've added in all the updates. It's more what is missing that I've considered an issue. Yep, and it fits the demographic of the people who are playing that, and they do a very good job of it. That's awesome. I'd love to see that as an April Fool's update if they come out with the hint that the real one's going to come out later on. I would love to see that. The amount of rage that would happen on the internet from that would be awesome. Because people rage about things too easy. Says me, but, you know. That answer your question, Jad? For now. Okay. For now. Gotta admit, when the solutions that they put in for the storage problems were very unexpected solutions. I still don't think the storage problem is solved, but the solutions that they put in are very interesting and feel very Mojang-like. I'm gonna go with that. Copper golem, like they're like the piston of sorting, and that they can do a lot of stuff and they sort. The bundle, the barrel, although the barrel was more of a mock. To me, the barrel was less a storage solution and more of a mockery of the fact that you want storage solutions and then they put it in the barrel. Bundles, I'm starting to like bundles. I'll admit it. Bundles have huge. I mean, let's look at what I have in my inventory right now. We have individual items that cannot stack. We got a lot of those. It would be nice if there was a tool belt for that, but I digress. They are taking up about a quarter to a fifth of my inventory. We have a large number of items that we're using to craft with. Ergo, the birch and the moss blocks. We have food, which should be one stack instead of that. We have a shulker box that has a whole bunch of crap in it that I can access if I put it down. We have that for no particular reason, and that for no particular reason. That's basically tools. And over here, we have 7 things that would be taking up stacks in my inventory if I had them out that do stack into individual spots, but only take up 1 inventory space because they're in a bundle. That's basically like a backpack that I access when I need to. I don't need arrows normally, so I'll leave the arrows in there. I don't need my ender chest all the time, so I leave them in there. Now take them out. Why would I take them out? My inventory was full about 10 minutes ago from the moss and the birch. That would have made it so I couldn't have carried that stuff. This works. I have a crafting bench at all times. That's good. What's the blue thing near the crafting table? A second bundle. If I need another bundle for, like, if I'm going mining or something like that, I can take another bundle out and do that. Okay. That was dumb, but there, that's better. That is, in fact, allowed. Yes, they do stack inside each other. No, bundles... Once you get past the mockery of bundles, and people mock the hell out of bundles. I mocked the hell out of bundles. Bundles, when they were... The reason that I mocked the hell out of bundles was more the fact that we were all complaining about there being no storage solutions in Minecraft for the hundreds of different block types that there are in the game. And they're like, here's bundles. We're done. Because that's what it felt like they were doing. It felt like they were saying, well, okay, we know you're having problems. Here's bundles. Are you happy now? And we were not happy. But now that I've gotten over that, bundles actually aren't that bad. In addition to the copper golems and having the shulker boxes, I think that the combination of those does offer a solution to storage problems for the minor part. I still think they could go further. I still think that the best solution would be to make a shulker box that you can just access from your inventory. Basically, that would solve the whole thing, as far as I'm concerned. Make an upgradable shulker box. But they did something, and it feels very Minecrafty, and it's a solution-ish. It's actually a three-part solution type of deal. And they did it without doing the obvious. The obvious is to add a backpack. The backpack is not a proper solution. I will be the first to admit that just adding a backpack to the game would not be the proper solution to the inventory problems. Like, I've played enough modded with backpacks to tell you that, first of all, backpacks are, if implemented improperly, suck. There's a lot of backpacks in modded that are absolutely horrible and that I hate working with. Some of them do like the Tinker's approach, where they have to add a whole bunch of extra features to the backpack, like the one that makes it so that you can turn into a squid. Okay, whatever. That's a really, really weird solution. The other thing that backpacks can do is they can become way too overpowered. Like the ones from Simply Backpacks, which are anything but simple. Simply Backpacks are extremely complicated because you can simply make it so that you can put thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of items in a single slot. Like, you can upgrade your thing to hold like 2,048 stacks of a single item per slot. And then you can multiply the number of slots accordingly. So you can... Now, you do that, and on the one hand, for a game like... for something like Cobblemont, or I keep saying Cobblemont, for something like Sunlit, it could be a huge advantage when you're going into the skull caverns and something like that, and have it absorb all the crap, and you have a backpack that's like doing the job of magneting and sorting all the stuff. But on the other hand, just having more storage does not solve the storage issue. It just gets lost in the inventory. And to be honest, the Simply Backpack solution would be great, but I don't think it doesn't feel vanilla. I think that it's like the best solution to the backpack inventory problem, but there's no way they would add to the game. So I think the bundles still feel like a weird addition, but they did end up being a good solution to part of the problem. Well, let me give like a good example. Like if you just have more space, that doesn't make any difference to when you're trying to work with 17 different like the main reason that you have that problem is because you have so many different types of stone and so many variants of each type of stone, for instance. That doesn't solve that problem. You only have 9 spots in your hotbar. You only have 36 spots in your main inventory, and having to go open your backpack every single time that you want a different variety doesn't. It's an annoying solution. It could, I guess it does kind of solve the problem, but it makes it so that you are more aware of how many things there are. The thing that I missed one. But Simply Backpacks, what makes that so good and why it would be so bad for vanilla is, like, if in Simply Backpacks I wanted to, like, say, I'm just going to do what I'm doing right now. What I would do right now is I would go into my backpack, put in all of this into the backpack. Then I would tell the backpack, fill my first slot and keep it full of this item. And then I would just keep placing. That requires multiple upgrades to get to the point where you can do that. And for the vanilla version of the game, that does not sound like something that is easy to just not so much implement, but explain. I'm out. Yeah, that's it. Need more birch. I got that much done. Not even a quarter, I don't think, of what was left. The shelf is the dumbest thing that they've added to the game for storage solutions. The shelf is interesting. The shelf is an interesting addition to the game, but for a storage solution, it's not a storage solution. The shelves, what makes the shelf interesting is the fact that it can display things and it can hold a stack of something. But yeah, the shelf's dumb. What would make the shelf cool for storagey stuff? If I could take the shelf and like lock an item in it. Like, tell it, okay, hold netherwort in this spot. Whatever I'm hoppering into it, that spot is netherwort. That would be awesome for potion making. If you could just have a line of 9 things set up next to your potion machine, or your potion machine, you know what it's called, that, damn, why can't I think, brewer, thank you, the potion brewer. If you had a whole bunch of the stuff that you need for the potion brewer right next to the potion brewer, and you could just right click to pull out an item and shift right click to pull out a stack, that would be so cool. But right now that just pulls all the items out and it's harder to refill it. Exactly. Like, if I could put those 3 items into the hopper and have it know this one goes here, this one goes here, this one goes here, and have it be so when I clear out a stack of netherwort, it doesn't put in glowstone. That would be awesome. Doesn't do that. So what it's good at is labeling. It's very cool as a label, just like I use back at home. It's cool that I could put that over the top of a chest and show 3 basic items that are in that chest without having to use a sign. Or it's more descriptive than an item frame and less detail-y than a sign. It's something that you can look at quickly. It's nice. It's good for that. What it also does is something that they should just add to the freaking game anyways, which is vertical slabs. And the fact that they don't add vertical slabs is also one of the most annoying things in the game. I gotta go chop down more trees. I just gotta clear out my inventory a little bit here. That's good enough. Let's go. Another option for solving that sort of issue is to consolidate. For instance, all stone types have a simple way to convert generic stone into a bearing you want. I think that would have been a great solution, but I don't think it's too late in the game for that to be a solution. I think honestly at this point, they've already added the stone cutters, and the stone cutters are what the stone cutters are. They're not going to take the stone cutters, attach it to a stick, and make it so you can carry it around and chain stuff. That would be the best solution. They should have made that to be basically what you could do with it in the first place. But I think that once they've come to a point in the game where something exists, I don't think that they're very willing to change it to something else. Like, I think that the best solution would have been like a stone cutter for the hand where you can just take the stone and like switch it between one thing or another. The actual solution would be to make it so that you can like go here and like shift and scroll and go through various different versions of it. But that doesn't feel very Minecraft. It doesn't feel right. And I can understand that. Vertical slabs is a meme. Yes, vertical slabs is a meme. It's to the point where it's a meme. And at this point, if they added them, would people cheer? Or would people be pissed over the fact that they didn't do it years ago? I don't know. Well, I mean majority. Obviously it would be both, but I'm talking majority. Because the frustration level of the fact that they just refuse to add it is so strong. And to be honest, the shelves are kind of a mockery of that. The shelves are like the ultimate vertical slab mockery. Well, you can't have vertical slabs, where here's these things that look almost exactly like vertical slabs that are kind of more expensive and react to redstone, so they constantly like trigger for stuff, and you put items and they're not really vertical slabs, but they're vertical slabs. They're not vertical slabs, but they look a lot like them, don't they? But we can't add vertical slabs. I don't know why, but we can't add them. Well, okay. I don't see any stone shelves, by the way, Chad. I want to get further away before I start planting. You can say they're prepared. I tried using them. The thing I'd really like to use is a thinner version that works like the trapdoor does. The trapdoor is such a good version of a vertical slab, kind of, that unfortunately reacts to redstone. If it was a vertical slab, if it was just trapdoors, but you can lock them in place. That would be most of the problem. Like Hun's place, for instance, she has trapdoors and shelves being used to make chairs with a button, a pressure plate in front of them to look like a plate. So every time the pressure plate gets triggered, the trap doors flip down, and then you gotta, then they don't look like chairs anymore. Yeah, it's a non-solution. Yeah, they're never gonna do that though. That's too much. And I know that's too much. Part of the beauty of Minecraft is the simplicity and making it so that you need to make something. Like Beav was talking about this in a video with Good, and he has said this before. He was talking about, like, in Spawn right now, they have an armor stand build where they took armor stands and made it so that they were the wither skeleton one, where they basically took wither skeletons, armor stands, and told them turn into a giant wither skull head and turn this direction. Which, I mean, yeah, it looks really cool. The problem is it removes the creativity of the game. Like, he was talking about, like, I could make, as Beef put it, I could spend a lot of time trying really hard to make a race car, but if somebody can just use armor stands to make something look exactly like a race car, then where's the creativity anymore? It's that type of thing. Part of Minecraft is making it so that there's, like, but on the other hand, more than just adding colors to blocks, it would be nice if, now that we're a little bit past the release of the game, we could maybe take some of the blocks and turn them a little bit. That would be nice. That would be nice. I don't think that we should make it so that you could do the carpenter's blocks where you can basically turn it in any freaking direction that you want and make, like, perfect roofs that go to perfect corners and stuff like that. I think at some point it becomes too easy it becomes too detailed. It removes the creativity of trying to work with a simple palette. But on the other hand, having small additions is not such a bad thing, and not just adding different colored blocks, but making it so that we can play with what's currently in the game, slightly turned in a way that kind of makes sense. Ergo, let me take the slabs and make them angled vertically. That should be a thing. That, I still think, should definitely, undoubtedly, be a thing. Yeah, but the carpenter's blocks that I know of have, like, so many hundreds of different forms. That's more what I'm referencing. Like, basically everything can be turned into a ramp, and then a ramp in all the different angles. Like, you can start from this corner and ramp up that way. You can have a ramp that goes straight up that way, ramp that goes up to the half, and the ramp that goes down. Like, you know what I mean? Like the ramp that can go down in an angle. Like, get all those perfect ramp corners so you can make that perfect house trim. I think that's too much. Chisel and Bits is still a popular mod, or at least a version of it. It's just known now. It's also something that's basically been incorporated into other games as is, like Vintage Story is Vintage Story? I think it's Vintage Story that basically has some, right? Yeah, Vintage Story basically has Chisel Bits in it base game. Crap, I need one more. Give me one more. Thank you. Yeah, we're not getting more than we're putting into this. I was kind of hoping that spacing them out by one would give us enough to replant. It is not giving us enough to replant. gonna have to go back through and get enough as we're like doing this. Go back and get the singles so that we get the full drops. We're just gonna have to keep an eye on it as we're going. Now that said about the carpenter's blocks, they're great for modded. They fit perfectly there. They really do. But I think they're a little bit too complicated for vanilla. And too much for vanilla. Well, too complicated for people to understand what the frick is going on with them, and too much in that it adds too much detail into a game where the creativity would be stifled by that. That was quick. You mean the ones from Create? Kind of a similar issue. I know what you mean, though. I really think that they make a lot of sense in modded and not as much sense in vanilla. Dude, we are getting like nothing for drops. And it might be because we haven't gotten to the end yet, and then this whole canopy is going to come down my head all at once. We are not getting the drops to redo this. There's some. It's hard to spot them in the middle. Spot the trees through the trees. Jeez. We need a lay down here. How difficult would it be to get an allay down here? How difficult would it be to keep an allay down here? I guess is the better question. That, yeah, I don't know how to keep it. Getting an allay down here, I can see happening. I have no idea how to keep an allay down here. Yeah, nobody would use those. Oh, frick. We got some lumber. Never mind, we don't really need them right now. We're just gonna finish what we're doing. I'm gonna have to switch this out for oak because there's no way this is not gonna be enough. Just open up my inventory. It's like, oh, yeah, we got a bit of birch now. I do think allays should have been a little bit better implemented too. I like the idea of allays. The allays are such a good concept. Just shy of being useful. I mean, like, truly useful. Right. If allays... Do you know what would make allays perfect? If you could make an allay home. Like, from this spot, an allay will not wander that far away. Done. They're perfect. Because that's their biggest issue. They wander. And they tried to make it so that you can have that solution by putting note blocks with them. It's not a solution. They only kind of pay attention to the note blocks. The only way to keep an allay locked in is to literally lock them in. They work in a completely closed system. It just doesn't feel like they feel like something that should be out in the open. Give them a hive. Same way that bees have a hive, give them a hive. Now, they'd probably still possibly wander around a bit, because Minecraft is Minecraft, but at the very least, you could, like, have them more likely to stay nearby. Frick, make it so that thing, you can put a hopper on it. Make it out of amethyst. An amethyst home base type deal for an allay. They love their amethyst. Make it an amethyst thing. It would give an actual other use for amethyst. Make it so they're fueled with amethyst. That would also be interesting. Like, similar to how they did the things in Sunlit. The little dudes that eat the raisins. Do that. They like amethyst. They work better with amethyst. They'll collect further. They'll collect faster. They will go farther away. I don't know, something where just you put it in their little hut and it extends their hut, and they like eat them over time because you could farm amethyst. It's actually really freaking easy to farm amethyst. But amethyst, outside of aesthetically, doesn't really have a lot of use Unless you really want 100 telescopes. Okay! I think they could be used for the for those echo things too. There's so many little items in this game that have very few uses. That and amethyst is one of the higher ones. Flint is one of the other ones. Flint has been around in the game for so long, since almost the beginning of the game. One use? Well, two. No, one. One use. For which thing? It's true. Most of the blocks in this don't have... But amethyst is more than just a block, though. It's also an item. And I think the item is where it fails. You are right on that front, though. Most of the items in Minecraft are aesthetic only. Well, that's interesting. The moment that I broke that, this one grew. That was what was holding it back. Flint, I think, should be given an aesthetic appeal. I think Flint should be something that they should add an aesthetic to. That would kind of fit the theme of Minecraft on the same vein that Kristen was just talking about. A simple Flint block would be interesting. Something that just has flint in making the block. I just noticed how much damage I've done to my axe. Wow, this is... That's a lot of wood that I've chopped. Okay. How are we doing here? We're at 51. Let's get up to a stack and then we'll let it go. How many are down here? Like 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 32. That's 64, so it's about 72 right now. If I can get 2 stacks, I'd be happier. That would replenish what we're about to rip up. And after that, after these ones all grow, we're going to cut them down and then replace this whole thing with oak. I didn't replace those things that I just did. I didn't even count arrows. The only time I've ever crafted arrows with flint is in the UHC. Okay, rarely in the main game do I craft with arrows. I have done it, but it's much less likely than just farming it from mobs or buying it from villagers. Yeah, the only thing that I counted was being able to craft a flint and steel, because it's exclusive to the flint. Which, outside of the fact of giving somebody a hot foot, has one use. One true use. There's a few fringe uses for flint and steel, but not enough to make it so that it's the only thing that you use flint for. Like the other anytime you want to make a fireplace, you basically you don't get out lava to light your fireplace. Although I have done similar things to that, Instead of having to bother making a flint and steel, you know how many times. There are so many times. The funny thing is that in modded Minecraft, there are so many times that I've been in a survival version of the game, like Blood and Bones, for instance, where they make flint and steel difficult or expensive to get because you need steel, making flint even more useless because I just take lava and put it down next to wool. Works just as freaking good. Yep, fire charges work also, although that's more difficult to craft. It's a one-time use. Lava works an infinite number of times. All you really need is a plank. You can use wool, like I just said, but I only use wool as an example. I usually would honestly use a plank. You know, you see that? There, I don't need flint and steel anymore. I have that, and I have a bucket. Well, the thing that makes the fire charges useful is that you can loot them, and they're an interesting loot. I don't think you can buy them from a villager, but it would be an interesting thing to be able to buy from a villager, though. They're meant to be used in dispensers. Yep, pretty much. Well, you can't shoot them yourself, but you can still put them on the ground in front of you to light something. Like if you take a fire charge and you like aim right here, it'll start a fire. If I remember correctly. Like a flint and steel. Yeah, but it's a flint and steel you use once. Yeah. I think they didn't add that because of that exact reason. People would start throwing fire at each other, and fire can be so dangerous in Minecraft in certain servers where its fire tick is on, which it's vanilla. In vanilla, it usually is. I mean, yeah, that's powerful stuff right there. So yeah, that's probably why they didn't do that. Not that it's that hard to just lay a dispenser across from someone's base, but it's more difficult and more obvious. I mean, yeah, it's literally a meme that some people like to watch the world burn, right? Because there's some people that like to watch the world burn. I mean, yeah. Almost there. When this number right here hits 64, we have enough. so close. Come on. That one didn't replenish. Oh. Okay. I do love when we hit this point of equilibrium, where the tree farm becomes big enough where you take down a tree, and then by the time you are done with that tree, another tree grows. I love this equilibrium point. Alright, hold on. I need to go get my robe. It's a little chilly in here. I know I'm going to put it on in half an hour. Gonna rip it off. That'll be warm. Oh, 63. One more. 64? Okay, we'll just go chop these down, replace them, and then we're done. Drop them. No, I didn't see that one. I didn't see it. We're done. We are done. These two, please. You know, okay. This is enough, right? That's got to be enough. That's got to be enough. It's got to be enough. Like I'm deciding if I'm just going to plant the oak now. It's got to be enough, right? Whatever. Leave the 13. Give me the 2 stacks. I mean, technically, it's probably definitely going to be enough because a good portion of these are going to be turned into some black letters later on anyways. I just haven't decided what I'm going to do for the lettering. So we're just going to put the birch in there and then the letters later. So there's going to be a lot of these coming right back again. Hi, Russell. Okay, let's start by putting these down one at a time in the coarse dirt spots. See how much we have at the end of this, and then I might do some solid rows. I honestly don't know how many spots I put down. That halfway? I think it's just... I think this is halfway, so it's one beyond halfway, so we're going to have a few extra that I can plant whole rows of. There. So, yep. There. It's good enough. Surprised none of them grew yet. Have some sticks. Okay. Yeah, hold on. Let me just put some of this back in here. Are these actually using up more room? I think they are. Okay. Yeah, these do take up more room. Okay. I wish I had an undo button. That's what I meant. Vengeance Night. Hey, it's not night. It's almost night. let's go. Going up. Oh, I just realized that I just filled up my inventory with stuff, and I need to pick up all this moss. And I did not even place a stack of these. Good job, me! Well... that was the wrong side. And that fell down. No! There it is. Oh, we gotta remove this one too now. Okay, I'll remove that one first. Doc! Don't shift. Shifting bad. Ow. Okay, how many did I drop? None. That's legit surprising. Okay. And I think I'm just gonna build this over to here. So I don't have to try and place one on the top of a trapdoor over here. Because shift clicking on top of trapdoors while on top of a ghast is kind of annoying. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay, we'll go over here and we'll start placing the ones on this side, and as I get inventory room, I'll go collect more. Out. There. Where'd that place? Okay. That's not very many of these, but we'll do what we can. Just let me place a stack. Well, it combines into a stack. Okay, I got room for 3 stacks. Oh! Hey, Lapis? I don't suppose you're a little sleepy, are you? Because, I ain't lighting this. You were feeling sleepy. Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, I'm gonna just go over here a second. Just look at how lovely it is back here. Look at all those trees. Look at how pretty they are. Nice vines that have all touched the ground because they've been there forever. Okay, now I'm okay. I think we're good. Going back and oh, all the mobs left. How nice of them to make it much easier on me. Thank you, Lapis. Constantly parking this thing and sleeping is not fun. Ow, 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 ow. Could you imagine how big a gas sleeping bag would be? That would be awesome. Okay, don't break anymore. I don't think I'm gonna have ow, room for it. Ow, ow. Get a little bit more. Okay, just take what I got. And you hit the ground. Was all this moss just to place the trapdoors under? Yep. Because like I said, sorry, I was just I got a deep thought. Someone asked a question on Discord, and I got thinking about it. I'm sorry, I got quiet for a moment there. Irritating. That I don't often start to get dead silent in these things, anyways, because lost in not even lost in thought, lost in long task. It's because when you're on a ghast, it's very difficult to place trapdoors. And I tried going on top of this thing. Okay, so here's the fun part. You can place this by just going on top of here and placing the trapdoors, and it works pretty good. Until you use a stack. Because when you're shift-clicking on top of a trapdoor, and you use up the last one in the stack, and then you shift-click on the next trapdoor, you fall through the trapdoor. And this is a distance. I'm out. Can I have 2 more, please? Oh, there's one. There was 4 more. There's a 2-odd gap. There. Oh, no, I just, when I middle clicked on them, they didn't show up in my inventory. That was weird. Got to make a few more of these. Maybe I should put a trapdoor up here. No, I have a trapdoor. Crafting bench. Yeah, we're out. Well, I do have this one. We'll just use this. Look, bundle came in useful. It's amazing. I need more water. Click. There we go. Did have another one. That is literally what I was talking about earlier, Anubis. Yeah. The main problem that, I mean, I was one of the people who complained about them. The main problem was that it looked like what they were advertising as the solution for inventory problems, when it was a part of the solution for inventory problems, but they didn't really say that. They didn't say it either way. But it didn't help that they didn't say it the other way. They didn't say this is what we're doing as part of an entire solution. Yeah, I like them now. I use them all the time now. I was actually sold. This season was the season that sold me on them. Do you know what sold me the most on the bundles? One of you guys was talking about them earlier. You know what? This is exactly the thing that sold me on bundles. You could put your ender chest in it. Is that? And you could put your ender chest and then something else in it. But you could put your ender chest in it. You're done. That's a place to put the ender chest. then everything else makes sense after that, because you could put your ender chest in it, then you could put your crafting bench in it, then you could put your extra arrows in it. You could put stuff that you use regularly but don't need like 20 of them. You need like 3, and they stack so they can go into a freaking bundle. They advertised it as the solution for like when you're walking around the world and you keep picking up flowers and you don't want to have like 20 flowers in your inventory. They advertised it wrong. That's not what they're useful for. That's a use for them, but that's more the problem with that solution is that you're introducing a solution to a problem that you've created. This is a solution to not a creative problem. It's just like it's a matter of convenience at that point. I like it. All right, I'll go take a nap. Okay, let's see if I can do this quickly now. Let's go right here. Okay, gassed. Stay. Never mind. Thank you, Lapis. All right, I do need to sleep the next night though, so that I can just in case it does get dark, I don't get accosted by phantoms. So next night, I actually do want to sleep for a moment. It is a worthy reason to land. Bed's another one. Bed you can put in there. You're right. That's the other one. You can put a bundle in a bundle. Yeah, that's a good one too. They're useful for when you're mining, and the real good use for them is when you're mining and you have to have 21 redstone ore, 9 lapis, and 16 diamonds. And better yet, you have 16 stone diamond. You have 8 stone diamonds and 8 deep slate. They all equal a stack. They all go in one bundle. That's why you have the extra bundle in the bundle. The extra bundle in the bundle is for using it when you're going out mining for something. Then, if you do have to collect like flowers, yeah, it actually has uses there too. The actual thing that they intended to say, just it's more for when you're actively collecting them. Because if I'm going out into the world, what they said is it helps when you're going around, and I say they, I think it was Minecraft who said it that way. It could have been just like a guy who was watching the video, but it's what rings in my brain. They were saying when you're going around the world and you randomly collect a bunch of seeds and a bunch of flowers that you don't want, you can put them in the bundle for later. No, that's just annoying. I would throw them on the ground anyway. The bundle's not for stuff that you were going to throw on the ground anyways. That's what the ground is for. Bundles are for when you're collecting stuff that doesn't equal a stack. Bundles are for holding on to crafting benches and stuff like that. The ender chest and the benches and small stacks. Like I always like to carry around a lever. Always like to carry around a lever. I like to carry around a few levers. Now I can. And I added to that leads. Leads are something that I keep needing. We need this row too. We can start this row at least. Well, they're often the keys to the house, yeah. Am I going to take damage when I go through here? No. No, there I'm going to take damage. Alright, we need to get some of these placed to go further, but I don't want to go too far back because right here... Alright, we just need to somehow not take out the last row. Okay, let's do this. Can I see which one's the... I can't see which one's the last row. Ow. That didn't help at all. Duh. That one. I don't have room for this, do I? No, I do. I do. And there. Yeah, drop any? No, I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Okay, gotta eat. I get 2 rows in this. Should move that anyway. After that, we can go here and go. But I hit. Oh, I hit that. With the gassed head. Okay, that makes sense. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Get that perfect float, like right there. Oh, not quite. Oh, we got more. Okay. There are a dozen crops in the game total, including flowers you can bone meal duplicate. Is it a dozen? It's closer, doesn't it? I do think that they should do more with the food in the game. The vanilla game does not do enough with their food. I mean, there's eggs that make cake. Woo. You know, chickens are not known just for eating chicken. Many people who own chicken don't eat that much chicken. They eat lots of eggs. Did you know that? Did you know that people who own chickens don't often eat they eat eggs? It's amazing. Because they like keep making more of them. It's renewable. And tasty. Ow. Okay, gotta sleep in a moment here. How much I got left? I got enough to place this row. Then we're gonna go down. Before I get shot. Eggs are just for baking. In Minecraft they are! I don't want to park you. Just don't go too far, please. Actually, go all the way to the ground. As close to the ground as we can. That way you're going to float up less distance. Hey! I got him back again! How freaking lucky was that? I think... how many are left here? Like... 3. Okay, I think we can go here. 1, 2, 3. Ow. Ow. There. Okay, let's be real smart and let's just put a crafting bench like right. Okay, I gotta have to shift for a second. No. Okay. If I put one away. Down this for a moment. Crafting bench here. Grab that back there. Because I can easily come back here since I can go through the trapdoors like this. Gotta love how that works. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ow. I gotta eat again. Honestly, taking all this damage is kind of helpful because I need to get through all these. I accidentally gave myself too many golden carrots. I need to get through about another quarter of a stack. So, constantly healing is actually kind of helping with my extra space of inventory that's being taken up by freaking carrots. You know what? Hold on. Done. Smarter solution to the problem. Stop hitting myself in the head. Actually think about it for a second. Each area is getting smaller, so each trip should be faster. True. But only by a little bit so far. It'll get much faster as we get near the end. It's exponential. Yeah, let's talk about the food, though. Why don't they should do a food update, shouldn't they? Like, I know that they made it so that, like, the ultimate food is a meat patty, be it pork. Well, okay, pork or beef. There's the pork, beef, and the golden carrot are like the ultimate forms of saturation. They give a lot of foodstuffs. But there is other stuff in the game that they've introduced with high amounts of saturation. The saturation stew, for instance. And they added one thing in ages. They added the rabbit stew, right? That's like the last thing that they added for foodstuffs. Rabbit stew. But they have had for ages in the game, right? Eggs, bread, pork. And beef, for instance. But they never, like, who walks around with a slice of bread? Or a bread loaf, for that matter. It doesn't really matter how you put it. Does the Minecraft world just not have its own version of the Earl of Sandwich or something? And they got the solution for, like, making it so that it's too overpowered. Like, that's easy. There are two very good solutions to that. One, stack size. You can make it so that you can't carry 64 burgers, for instance. Make it so that it does, like, 6 haunches of hunger, maybe even 8 haunches of hunger. I don't care. Make it so it's really freaking good. Make it so that it's something you need to have in a small stack. A normal one would be like a stack of 16. That would fit Minecraft's rules of thumb type of thing. You could make it so there's a stack of 1. I'd hate it, but you could. But the other solution is kind of treat it like cake, you know, but good. You need to put it down to eat it. And you eat it in bites. You could introduce, like, cheese and pizza. There's so many... That would be a... I would think that would be a really cool update. If they did a food update, I think that would be really cool. It wouldn't add a lot of complexity to the base game itself, but it would make it so that something that's in the game and has existed for a long time gets more interesting. Which, if you didn't notice, like when I was talking earlier about things that drive me crazy in the game, that's the type of thing that drives me crazy that they don't change in the game. They don't change. They don't make things that already exist in the game slightly improved. They just keep trying to add new things. Although, to be fair, the current update, the one where they're basically the only thing they add is the baby mob update. It's kind of what they did. So on the one hand, yeah, I can, yeah, that I admit that my own complaint is exactly what they just did. Do it again, but with something more interesting. I don't care about baby mobs. Expand the suspicious stew idea and give certain meals bonus effects instead of more saturation. I don't think they need to do that. Well, okay. There is one thing, like Farmer's Delight has a really good example of this, where one of the effects is it satiated? Where while this effect is in place, you don't take any hunger damage. You don't get hungry for a period of time. That's cool. That would be a good addition. I could see that in vanilla. If they updated the foodstuffs, I could definitely see them making it so that one of the things that they add with that update is the satiation buff. I need that one. Dang it. Need the one behind it. Days are not long enough. Stupid nighttime. Oh, I hit the trapdoor. Get one more row. I'm gonna give in. I'm just gonna carry a bed. All right, let me go get a bed. That was the previous night. I already did. I'll wait. No, but the reason I was just thinking about okay, now I'm hot. I knew in half an hour. It's been half an hour. No, you're all right. And I have. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So if you launch towards me, will you? Ow. You know what? Bring it. Come here. Come on. That was kind of interesting. I don't like the idea that I in order to sleep you to pass the night, there's no sleeping bag. I still don't like that as a fact. That's the part that I'm giving up to. Because I don't want to change my spawn location. But yeah, I should carry a bed. Oh, now the reason I'm saying that is because but don't do you? Can you put a bed in? Beds don't stack, do they? No, never mind then. If beds stacked, I would consider it because then I could put it in the bundle. Never mind. I don't want to carry a bed. No, never mind. Screw it. With all the bundle talk, I was like, you know what? I could just put a bed in the bundle and I'd be all set. Put this here, make it easier. That's good. That'll work for a while. I mean, to be fair, beds shouldn't stack. They're a piece of furniture. You should be able to carry multiple stacks of beds. Of course, we're talking about Minecraft where I'm carrying cubic meters of stone, but whatever. In Minecraft logic, it does make sense to not be able to carry a stack of beds. Still want a sleeping bag. Yep, out. Okay, hold up. We're gonna do some vintage story music for a minute here. I'm getting sick of this. Yo! A little quieter vintage story music, please. There. Okay. I gotta download all the Minecraft music because I'm getting sick of trying to figure out the mechanics of all the like I was using YouTube music for my music for the past couple at least a year. And I liked that. And then they started adding a whole bunch of ads to it, and now I can't listen to that. So now I need to download the songs themselves. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Dreading paying for all those for one thing. That being said, it's kind of a business expense. I could do that. Ah! I keep shifting. Okay. What'd I hit? Oh, I hit over here. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, we don't have enough for another row. Stop there. You can only put one bed in a bundle bag. Would it not work in the individual spots? No, because a bundle is one stack. If a stack of beds is one, then it would be one bundle. It has its useful uses, but it's just not what a lot of people who play modded would think it is. You know, a lot of people would instinctively think that it's just 64, right? Well, that's not what it is. But that's what you would wish it was, but it's not. But honestly, it does fit the game. The more I've thought about bundles, the more they actually make sense for Minecraft. No, because that full bundle bag is a stack. Here, look. Can't pick it up. I can illustrate it better by doing there. We're so close with the chin. No, it doesn't make any sense though. That's too exploitative. It would be useful, but it would be it would be too easy to exploit. And yes, again, it would be clunky and annoying. I argue that would make them more annoying to function with. People would want to do that all the time, and it would be really annoying to go through the levels. There. 34 left. I'm gonna need to craft more. I'll just finish what I got. How close did I get? Not that close. Let's just go make... I don't have any more logs on me, do I? Don't need logs. Got those. Of course, now I can't pick up any moss. Back to that problem again. Alright, I am actually going to take this particular night to go up and walk around a little bit. I need to see what's going on upstairs. There was stuff that happened today with the family, and I want to, like, talk to the family for a moment. So, I'm actually just going to kind of float here and let the night happen, and I will be back. Okay? Be right back. Give me like 5-10 minutes maximum. Okay?
Okay. So I gave her another, her third, pill. And...
Okay. Oh, night's done. My night is done. Okay. Night's done. Oh, hi, guy. Had to be one, huh? Oh, I'm out. I needed to remove some. Okay, hold on. Ow. Okay. So there. Ow, ow. I didn't want to remove that one. You know what? It's fine. That room's done. You know what? We can remove this whole thing then. Just don't remove that. Oh, room. I don't have that. Okay. I think one or two dropped. Or not. Okay, that's fine. Okay, just finish off this. That's good enough. Solo leveling. I haven't watched that one yet. How about Apothecary Diaries? Have you seen that one yet? That one I did see. That one I enjoyed a lot. You missed watching it, or you missed what I said? Okay, yeah, Apothecary Diaries was really good. I enjoyed that one a lot. My anime watching list is limited to stuff that's not on Crunchyroll, basically. So I think I was able to find season 1 of Apothecary Diaries and Free Run on not Crunchyroll. And it all was good for the world. Yep, I just can't pay for it, so I don't, because it would only be for me, and I don't want to do that. Well, I mean, Hun would love it, but Hun would never be able to watch it. We don't have time. I've heard of solo leveling. I just haven't seen solo leveling. There's a lot of other stuff that I want to see first, but that was on the list, I think. The one... Crap, I gotta look it up again. Constantly need to look this one up because I can't remember the name of it. It's one of those annoying names. Have you seen Mushoku Tensei? Because that's one of my favorites of the past 5 years. I would heavily recommend that one. Who's the main character? Well, it's an isekai. Hold on, Shoku Tensei. I can just copy it over. It's on. It is on season 2. Season 3 should be coming out actually really soon. It's coming out this year. It's highly anticipated. I was attracted to that one because of one scene from the very beginning. Him, like, shooting a giant... Him as a kid just shooting a giant fireball out of his parents' basement. That one scene, I saw that in something else, and I was like, oh, what's that from? And, well, it was good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on Crunchyroll, but it's on other stuff too, so I can actually watch it. Easily one of the best of the past couple years. Heavily recommend. Yeah, it's got a bit of that in there. Yes, it does have that as a theme for a while, but you know, Japan is gonna Japan. I like that one because they don't make him an OP character. He's not so overpowered that he can't lose. He's just good. He's really good, but he's not, like... The problem that I have with a lot of the isekai is that they just make them some, like, godlike character. He's strong. He's really cool, but he's not infallible. Well, I think he was 14. I'm pretty sure he's beyond 14 now. Pretty sure by the way the time has passed in that, he's got to be 18 by now. He's at the very least he's 17. He's been to school for like a couple years or something. They don't really show time change that much in that though. Hard mode summoner. I don't think so. Hello, Jubilee. Oh, I'm sorry, Jubila. Hi, Jubila. Aw, you will be missed. Thank you for stopping by and letting me know. I would go to Jubilee. Stick around for now if you have to, but yeah. Still, many thanks for the warning. Is that it? Dude, we're done. We're done with the birch. I have a lot to catch up on, though. I still want to watch the new Daredevil. That one looks really good, too. I finally finished Wonder Man. I was not as impressed as many people have been. There's some other, like, Marvel-y Star Wars and stuff that I want to get around to watching. And then there's other animes that I'd like to eventually get to watch. But yeah, I have a lot to catch up on. Mainly because I don't want to sit still for too long. I get stuck in this thing because I want to be able to just like watch something and not paying attention to it, but then I get mad because I didn't pay attention to it. So I try to watch it when I can, but I never have a time when I can. Am I full? I'm almost full. I saw season 1. I enjoyed season 1. I didn't pay as much attention to it as I should have, but I did enjoy what I did see, and I'm gonna try and pay more attention to season 2 because it was pretty good. I guess you like solo leveling then. Well, now I have all this extra birch. Oops. That's a really lot of birch. Second? This is the first good face. I mean, I suppose that's the first good face. But that's a game. It just happens to be have Good's face on it. I think we're just gonna pop this open here and put another chest down. Use this for excessive amounts of wood stuff, like a whole lot of birch doors. I don't know what else to do with them. Oh, extra birch for a second good. No, I didn't. Good. Oh, just out of curiosity, if I take this and go to video settings and turn off shader packs, is this still shadowed? It doesn't show that it's shadowed. It's slightly darker, but it doesn't show that it's actually shadowed. Okay, so that's just the shader pack thing. Alright, that's what I thought. If I break this, yeah, makes no difference. Still got skylight here. It's just weird with shader packs because of that giant shadow that's going across the way. Alright, I need a whole lot of oak now. Didn't I put some extra stuff in here? Hey, I found my moss! I knew I had a bunch of moss! could just go place all the moss right now. Now, let's go get as much oak as we can. I should repair my axe first. I should repair my tools, actually. And this. Don't let them build up too much, I guess. Not that it matters. I don't know which lags the game out more, the extra experience balls or the extra silverfish. Zombie spawner? What zombie spawner? No, it's so much worse than that, Jad. So, a little while ago, they added to the game an ability to give mobs certain conditions with splash potions. Ergo, webbed, which makes it so that when they die... Wait. So you know. Oh, well, I don't have to explain it now, do I? I like explaining. Old grinding from like 2013. Yeah, I wish that they had made that it could get it kept up. It would have been nice. But yeah, they added the cramming thing, and it honestly should have been added because you had too many of them at once. But Night Lapis. Yeah, it's kind of a. It is overpowered, but it's also nice. Lizard wave back at you. The snow, yeah. I was choosing between them, the two actually. The reason we went with this one was because it would have been more complicated for people to use the snowball one. I was able to figure out that one and make it work on one button. The snowball slime one, though, it's much better for somebody who wants to have a way of getting a bunch of slime. In addition, though, it has the double benefit. The thing you get out of it is something even better. That said, dystopia as hell. it does at least give a solution to the mending problem, where if you want to have your tools be constantly repaired, it gives you a way of solving that issue. I don't know if that was their intention when they added it, but they didn't like dissuade that by adding it. I still think they should just make it so that things don't have... Honestly, at some point, wouldn't it just be nice if netherite tools just didn't have durability? Would anybody be mad? I mean, seriously, would anybody actually be mad about that? Now, armor, I could see leaving armor taking durability damage, but tools? I don't see a reason to not do that. Evidently, they see a reason, though, because they have not done that. Hell, make it so it's an enchantment, indestructible. You can only put it on certain materials. Only works on netherite. Very difficult to get. Gives you a thing to achieve. Just that one. Yeah, I know. Well, there's always going to be somebody who complains. I don't think it'd be very... I think that it would be a very small percentage of the population. Oh, you know what'd be mean? Oh, you know what'd be mean? You can put indestructible on your tool. Or efficiency. Don't you dare even speak that into existence. You can have an indestructible wooden axe. No efficiency. What, no efficiency for you? No break for you. Oh, yeah. Good call. Good call not saying the name. Better yet, have it be a thing you can only loot. An actual thing to look for in cities. Dude, I was watching Etho today. I think it was today. And he was... Might have been last night. I don't know. I was watching him, and he had to do a trip to the end to get a bunch of elytras, because I don't know. I think he's selling them. Why you need more than one or two? I don't get. I can understand having 2 or 3 because of the durability thing, but I don't know why he had like a shulker box of elytras. Whatever. But he was looting armor and happy about it. And I'm just looking at his shulker chest full of diamond armor. I'm like, why? Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Just there. I didn't want to do that. Well, he was like, "Oh, look at all this cool loot that I got," and I'm just looking at the diamond armor and this like Unbreaking 2 and like Protection 1 and yay. One of the worst things about this game is actually getting like good equipment from exploring it after late game, because late game exploration is non-existent. There's nothing to get late game. The only thing in late game to get, I guess, is the hammer. There's like certain small items that you can get from certain places, like the hammer, swift sneak, stuff like that. But there's not a reason that you don't have like multiple bits of loot that you want to get from places. It's usually like one thing that you just go there for. You just go in, you go out, you're done. The elytra in the end, swift sneak in the deep dark. The hammer in the trial chamber, even though I think the hammer is stupid. Wind charges, I guess. I like exploring. I want there to be a reason to explore. Like, for instance, late game Terra Firma Craft and Vintage Story, There is multiple block types that you need to go to like to the ends of the earth to find. Multiple trees, multiple types of marble and slates and all the other things. There's blocks you can make in Vintage Story that are like a rainbow colored stone block that you need to get all of the various bits that you get from around the area, collect them together and put them together to make a cool block. And you can't farm them at home. You're locked. You need to go find these things. There's nothing like that in vanilla Minecraft. Not really. Nothing that you gotta go to the ends of... like, everything is very commonish. Like, sometimes you might have to look a little bit to find, like, a cave that has that particular item. Like, dripstone, for instance. You gotta find a dripstone cave. But once you find a dripstone cave, you get, like, 5 dripstone, you're done. Because you can farm it at that point. You don't need to go back. The closest is amethyst. And I say closest because amethyst is freaking everywhere. Yes, you can't move it. You can't farm it outside of its original location. But it's all over the place. In my base, I found like 3. 2 in the middle of the base and 1 just on the fringe of it. You look in the ocean and it's like sticking out of the floor. And they're adding the, like, sulfur caves, and you know they're going to be like all over the place. Yeah. I like exploration in the games, but other games have solved exploration much better. But that said, I don't know if they could get away with that in Minecraft because people would complain that they have to go to the end of the earth to find something. I don't know. It's a conundrum. I don't know what you would do. They haven't figured it out yet. People, when the amethyst geodes showed up, people were already mad that they couldn't like take things home and still touch them and take them home. I like seeing cool places in Minecraft. There's some cool vistas, but I get sick of just looking at a cool vista. I don't want to like build a new base every single time I see a new area, for instance. I'm so past that. But that's just my style. I've never been like that. Hi! Well, now there's a hole in the wall. It's a good thing I built it out of frickin' stone. Really? Game, you're just realizing that I need to be able to make something with stone. Can't get up there yet. Hold on. Just do that. Stupid freaking jungle trees. Good job, me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Should I add more lighting? Because that's going to happen with jungle trees. Yeah, I probably should. Not right now, though. Yeah, I mean, I know you can barely see, but you don't need to see it. It's just growing up there. That's what I want to have happen. I want them to just grow up there. And then you chop them down the bottom. You don't need to see up there. I just wanted to be able to see that there's a ceiling. That was my intention. There. I still gotta make that clip of me falling when building this area. Stop moving. Look, this is the tree farm. You're down here. I'm not up there. I'm down here. This is extremely well lit. Stop moving. Moody. Why aren't you grown? Oh, you're jungle? Jungle gets finicky. Whatever, I don't care now. The jungle didn't grow because it's too moody. It needs to get over itself. Okay, there we go. Still not clear. Clear? Not clear. I ain't clear. Okay. Now we're clear on that group. Okay, next. You too. Ah! Already growing back here again. Okay, what am I missing? There. Is there another one? I didn't get that one. There we go. Get the plant. Evidently I did. Multiple times. Many multiple times. Okay, good job, me. Again. Next. That row's clear. Clear. Next. Good. Dang it. Strip the tree again. I didn't do that once with the birch. That's the second time I've done it with the oaks. Okay, we have about 13 minutes before random A. Good number. Still doing monster. Wait, why am I? Oh. Suddenly I'm short. There. It's funny when it does that. Too many sticks. Something feels off there. Alright, that was need to get that one out of there. Now we're good. That one and that one. We just finished a major arc in Monster 2. This is... If you wanted to join in the middle, this is probably about as good of a time to join in the middle. I think we're just about to start a completely new area of the show. Got a lot to go with it, too. It's a lot of episodes. Already looking forward to what we're going to be watching next, but we got to finish this. Okay. Deep Space Nine. That's my plan for next. Oh, thank you. That probably crunched pretty loud in there, didn't it? I'm sorry. Yes, as in Star Trek. Deep Space Nine was the first time that they took the concept of the utopia of Star Trek and introduced it to the, like, real world problems where, you know, they were in a non-utopia, like a world that had just been ravaged by war. Ray! Congratulations on your 100-month anniversary! Yeah, it's a really good series, and I'm betting that a lot of people have not seen it. So it is perfect for Randomay. We're going to do that one after we finish Monster. But that's not going to be for a couple months because Monster is not short. Voyager was good. Voyager, a lot of the characters jumped around all over the place. The stories were good. The concept was great. But Voyager is not as good as Deep Space Nine. A lot more character development because they stuck to one spot. Yeah. There's a lot of, like, political crap and stuff like that that they added to it. Just because they stayed with one world. Not just one spot, one world. Had to deal with that one world's problems for an extended period of time. I like the later seasons of Voyager more than I like the earlier seasons of Voyager. I think the earlier seasons of Voyager, like the earlier seasons of Next Generation, I thought were not as good as the later seasons of Next Generation, for instance, because like I wasn't a fan of Tasha Yar. I thought she was kind of, yeah, and some of the other stuff like that, and then trying to figure out if they're going to have Beverly Crusher or not Beverly Crusher, and they definitely got their swing of it after like season 2 or 3. After like season 3, Next Generation got good. Voyager was similar when they introduced like 7 and 9. It got really good, and they had some interesting concepts at that point. Some interesting stories. But Deep Space Nine was just good throughout. It started good, and it ended good. I don't know if we'll do more than season 1.
Oh, you're doing that, are you?
For Randomay, yeah. But not for a while. We gotta finish Monster. Alright. That is a good amount of oak. Let's see what we're doing. Got a lot of saplings, too. Got a lot of saplings. Good. I don't remember the final season, honestly. Just nostalgia glasses on that. But that's just because I have no memory in general. So, but we get to watch them again. I get to watch stuff again in Random A. I like that too. There's a couple of things, even though Random A is supposed to be things where I show people stuff that I remember from the past for the first, that they've never seen. There's been 2 or 3 where I'm like, you know, I haven't seen this yet. I watched enough of it where I think it's going to be good. Let's go ahead and play some Moss. We got like 5 minutes left. See how much of this we can place. Oh, I want that too. Immediately knocked him on the ground. Good job. That'll be really easy to pick up with this. I just saw no one fall. Okay. Come on. There we go. Alright, how much fell down here? Okay. That's not bad. Okay, let's see how much we can place before I gotta get going. So we're gonna continue Monster tonight, which is a classic anime from like 90s. It's not kiddie. It's got some adult themes going on with it, and it's very kind of murder mystery-ish. Not really a mystery so much as it is trying to figure out what's going on for a lot of the stuff. If you've never seen it, it's got some good what a twist moments. It's one of the reasons that attracted me to it in the first place. And I said it's a good time. I mean, there's not really a good time after the beginning to really jump in, but it is about as good as it's gonna get. And we got about 2 minutes. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just start switching up for that. Let me just place at least a little bit of this. I want to do that. There. I think we're on episode 40, 41, and 42 tonight. And that'll do it for now. Okay, let's just go put them away. We're done. We gotta go. Alright, so if you're going to join us for Anime, I will see you guys in this chat. If you want to watch it on your own, you can just follow the link that will be in the chat. If you if you want to watch it with us without having to like download the video, you can always just watch it on the Discord with us, which is what most people do. But I got it going. I will see you guys tomorrow for more of this after Spelunky, of course. Till then, all best tips, resubs, but you guys we survived. But that's good. Do it. Hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a good night. Bye bye. Outro.